it's Alicia here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about if you're feeling impatient with the things that are happening in your life or not happening in your life that you're just waiting to happen, how to move through that feeling of impatience. So how I would invite you to do that is to remember that everything happens in divine timing, and it may not be the time for you to meet your partner or for you to figure out what you want to do for a living or for you to make more money or meet certain people in your life. Whatever it may be, it may not be the time for that right now. So you might feel like you need to constantly be doing something because you feel so impatient and you know you don't have what you want in your life right now, and therefore you think taking action is the solution, which is not always the solution, especially if it's coming from a state of resistance. And I actually have a whole separate video about this that's called Why You Don't Need to Work Hard to Receive, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But some examples could be that, like, let's say you are getting really impatient because you haven't met your partner yet, your person, and you can't wait to get married and start a family one day. Well, maybe it's not the time for you to meet that person yet. Maybe that person is in a serious relationship with someone else right now, and they're moving through their own things so that they can be a better partner for you one day. And you could be going out and forcing yourself to meet people to try and find your person. I see people say that all the time. Well, I can't just sit around and do nothing, then I won't meet anyone. So they force themselves to get out of the house just so that they meet someone. What that does is create resistance. It may not be in your divine timing yet. You can go out and try to meet people as much as you want, but what if the person you're meant to be with is in a relationship right now? And it'll probably make more sense once you actually end up meeting that person, and then you'll realize, oh, this is why it couldn't have happened sooner, because I was in this state, or you were in this state, or you were with whoever, I was with whoever, or we weren't in the same city. Whatever it might be, it probably wasn't in the right timing for you guys to meet just yet. Or it could be that you or this other person has not moved through your own insecurities or fears, things that would have caused issues in your relationship if you hadn't already moved through them first. So maybe that's what needs to happen first. So I would invite you to, in that case, look within and work on loving yourself more. If you feel like you need to be doing something because you feel impatient, well, going out and trying to meet somebody is not going to create the most for you. What's going to create the most for you is to move through your own emotions of impatience and, of course, working on loving yourself and being what you want to receive in a partner. That's just one example right there. Another example could be that you are impatient, that you haven't figured out what it is that you want to do for a living. Well, it may not be the divine timing for that either. You may have not received the knowledge that you need yet. And even if you had known exactly what you were going to do for a living when you were a little bit younger, that actually wouldn't really make a difference in you getting to that thing any bit sooner, because things come into your life for a reason. The certain books that you needed to read, the certain mentors that you needed to have, or the certain things that you needed to go through to even create that passion or excitement for that thing in the first place. If none of those things have happened yet, even if you knew what you were going to do for a living, how would you get there? If you don't have the passion for it, if you don't know what books to read, you can go and try and look it up, but the actual knowledge that you're meant to have that's going to create the most for those you're here to serve, that's not going to come from the mind. It's going to come in divine timing when you are more in alignment with yourself and you're not living in resistance. So this doesn't necessarily mean that if you are seeing some sort of lack in your life that you just sit around and do nothing. What this means is to move through the emotions that it brings up for you, that you don't have that thing yet. Or if you see someone else who does have what you want and it stirs up an emotion in you, jealousy, a longing for more. Well, you wouldn't even be feeling that longing for more unless there was something else already available for you right now. So it's actually something to celebrate. So every time you get triggered by these things, this feeling of lack comes up or longing for more, I invite you to move through those emotions, bring awareness to them, and breathe through them, and to release the energy that is creating this lack in the first place. And there could be people who are already doing that and feeling like, well, I'm still not receiving this yet. I still haven't met my partner. Still don't know what I want to do for a living. I'm still not receiving more income or the friendships I want or whatever you're looking for in your life. So it can be easy to fall back into this state of impatience. But what that does is just create more resistance. So if you can just trust that everything is happening in divine timing, and maybe there is a reason why it's not time for you to meet that person yet. They could be in a relationship with someone else. There could be something that you need to move through first before you're ready for a healthy relationship. There could be something you're meant to learn first, an event you're meant to go through first to create a certain passion before you figure out what you want to do for a living. You have no idea what's really happening and how the universe is conspiring on your behalf. So I would invite you to surrender and relax a little more to release some of that resistance. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.